Akash and Vayu. This is 5 elements. Means earth, water, fire, air, ether. So these 5 elements make up the gross physical body that you see and touch and smell and feel. Then, inside this physical body, there is a subtle body. The gross body, it is called Stula Sarira, and the subtle body inside is Shukshma Sarira. Srila Saraswati Thakur used to call it astral body. Astral body means mind, intelligence, false ego. So the mind, the intelligence, and the false ego compose the subtle astral body, which is inside this physical body. How is the subtle body connected to the physical body? This is through the 7 chakras. You have the Muladhara chakra, Swadhisthana chakra, Manipura chakra, Anhat chakra, Vishuddha chakra, Agna chakra, and Sahasra chakra. 7 chakras. Please pay attention. The chakras are connecting the subtle body to the gross body. Sometimes we see people who have some experience of floating outside their body in the night when they dream. And then they say, oh, I'm floating around the room, floating around the neighborhood. What is keeping the subtle body connected to the gross body? It is this chakras, okay? They are channels, very subtle channels. How do we know these subtle channels work? There is no direct clinical scientific evidence about chakras, but we do have some clinical scientific evidence about what is called the meridians in Chinese medicine. Meridian, there is a map in Chinese medicine that shows you all the lines that run throughout the body. So what they've done to test that these lines are true is they've taken the acupuncture needle. On the tip of the needle they put a fluorescent substance. They put it on the point where the meridian is. And then with a special camera, they look inside the body and they watch the fluorescent substance move on the meridian. And they see it moving on the meridian. It doesn't move in the lymphatic system or the lymphatic channel. It doesn't move in the nerve channels. It doesn't move in the blood channels. Only that meridian. If you cut the arm open, you cannot see the meridian. But that fluorescent piece is moving on that meridian. How is it moving? It is by the Chinese word for prana, chi. And in Sanskrit we call prana. So this prana, it exists. There's 5 forms. Okay, there's apan vat, there's saman vat, there's pran, udan, and vyan. 5 different forms of prana. Okay? So, what happens is this pran moves between the subtle body and the gross body. Each one of the chakras is rooted in an endocrine gland. The endocrine glands are internal secreting glands. So these glands are stimulated to produce prana, to produce chemicals by the movement of the prana. Now, why the prana is moving through these glands, moving through these chakras, the glands. Hare Krishna. Why? Okay. What is inside your astral body? We know what is the physical body. We know what is the astral body. What is inside the astral body? That is called Atma, soul. In the Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, verse 34, it explains that just like the sun is in one place in the universe, but the sun is all over the universe by sunshine. Similarly, the Atma is in one place in the Anhat chakra of the subtle body, but it's spread everywhere by consciousness. So this consciousness, give an example. We see that the sun is at a distance, somewhere in the universe, right? And it is shining down. The sunlight comes in the window. When the sunlight comes in the atmosphere of the world, the sunlight becomes polluted by the different things that are polluting this world. By smoke and fire and different things. But does the sun become polluted? No, the sun never becomes polluted. Oh, Atman. So much, good job.
Where's the loo?
The loo. So, get the other chair over there. Let them finish and settle down and let Maharaj come and then I'll speak. It's like walking when all this movement is on. Gaming chair. Okay. So, now we'll get back to focus on this. We have the gross physical body. Inside we have the subtle astral body. Mind, intelligence, and false ego. Inside the astral body, that is where the sun, the soul is, in the Anhat chakra. We have talked about this now. We're trying to explain this analogy. This is a very important analogy. You try to focus on this analogy.
Jai!
The sun is in one place in the universe, but the sunshine is coming from the sun all over the universe. We see that, oh, you have this from our, what a crawl much. So we see, you getting a call?
Well, everything's in that room.
Okay. All right, we have something. This is, I can't speak anymore.
Sorry, Maharaj. Just 1 second. I hear you.
For my mind.
No, I want to hear. I like this
Coming
one.
back
Yes,
together.
I like it.
Every
Please,
2
please.
minutes there's
Continue, continue.
Please forgive us, Bhagavan Maharaj. We beg of you to speak. It's a very interesting topic.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Please,
it is.
please continue, Maharaj.
Somebody's very practicing about it.
So, sun is in one place in the universe. The sun is there, and the sunshine is coming from the sun. The sun comes into the atmosphere. Atmosphere has smoke, clouds, pollution, and so the sunshine becomes polluted. But the sun never becomes polluted. You, the Atma, you, the soul, are not polluted. But your consciousness becomes polluted by Trigunya, the three modes of nature. That is what becomes polluted. And due to the influence of the Trigunya, the three modes of nature, then your consciousness has material desires. So where will those material desires go? They are placed in the dormant subconscious mind of the astral body. The dormant subconscious mind of the astral body will hold them. And then the active subconscious mind. And then from the active subconscious mind to the active conscious mind. In the active conscious mind, they will make their way from the subtle body to the gross body through those channels of the chakras. The prana will push them through, and inside each endocrine, because each chakra, like the pineal and pituitary gland are here in the brain. So this is the Anhat and the Sahasrara chakra. So these chakras, the prana is pushing the consciousness through the chakra into the endocrine gland. And then the electrodes on the end of the endocrine gland become stimulated by the prana. The way I was explaining before with the acupuncture, that the fluorescent thing was moving along the meridian. We could not see that meridian. We cannot see how it is moving, but they are seen by the camera how that fluorescent particle was moving. Similarly, the prana, just like the chi moves this fluorescent particle, similarly, the prana is moving. It is moving the consciousness into the gross physical body and activating those endocrine glands. And they're secreting chemicals. And if you talk with the scientists will say, these chemicals are the consciousness. The chemicals are the consciousness. That's what they say. This is the impersonalism. Because they say everything comes from chemicals. But the chemicals are not the consciousness. The consciousness makes the chemicals. The life comes from life. This is what my Guru Maharaj was always pushing again and again. The life comes from life. This understanding has to be there. You have these physical body, gross physical body, you have the subtle body, you have the Atma, spiritual body. And this is how they interact, how they interplay, interconnect. Now, when you act out on your desires, you're creating karma. For every action, there's an equal reaction. Where will this karma go? And how, as these desires develop, where will they sit? What are the desires coming from? Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says the root of the anarthas is matsarya, envy. It's the root of the anarthas. All other anarthas, kam, krodh, lobh, mada, moha, they all come from matsarya, from envy. Narottam Das Thakur says, this envy is so bad that it cannot be dovetailed. You can dovetail calm, crowed, low, mo. You can dovetail. Hanuman dovetails his crowed.
Angry for
Gopis?
those who offend
Yes.
Gurudev.
What?
Anger? You get angry at those who offend your Gurudev.
You can dovetail, gopis dovetail their lust, desire for Krishna. So like this, you can dovetail. Dovetailing is there. But Matsarya, envy, cannot be dovetailed. So that envy is the source. That is the beginning. What is the envy of? Envy of the personal, of Bhagavan. That person who has 6 opulences. All fame, all beauty, all knowledge, all powerful, all famous, huh?
And all renunciation.
All renunciation, yes, these 6 opulences. So you have desires. I want to be beautiful. I want to be powerful. You give some solid, concrete example. This man, this Mr. Trump, he was so wealthy man, billions and billions of dollars. Then he became a TV personality because he wanted to be famous. Then he became very famous. But he was not satisfied. Now he wanted to be powerful. Now he became president. So like this, the envy of God's opulences is unlimited. We want to more and more. I want wealth. I want fame. I want power. I want beauty. I want everything. I want. This is Rajagun. So these desires for all these things, they create, and it takes sometimes many, many births. We asked our Guru Maharaj how it is Ravi Shankar is playing this sitar so nicely. He told for 7 births he has been playing. 7 births. So after 7 births, now he has come to this point where he's maestro, expert at playing the instrument. He's getting money for it, he's getting fame for it, everything is coming. So these desires, material desires, they are called samskars, impressions on your astral body. Vayur Gandham Ivashayat, when the astral body is moving, at the time of death, just like the fragrance of his cooking is being blown by the air in here and we are smelling it. So the gandha, the fragrance is moving by the air. Similarly, the astral body moves by the airs from one physical body to the next physical body to try and fulfill the desires of fame, beauty, power, wealth, etc. And these samskars are there. But Krishna tells Arjuna in the Gita, there's no loss or diminution when you do bhakti. So, what is the meaning of that? Because we read in Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, verse 33, we read that the subtle body will dissolve and the Atma will manifest. So, all that karma will dissolve, it will disappear, it will be gone when we achieve the right consciousness under guidance of sadhu. So where is this bhakti being placed? Where is bhakti sukriti? That is on the consciousness. The consciousness is acquiring bhakti sukriti and it's becoming clear. Chaito darpanam arjunam. We clear the consciousness, and we clear it so that gradually we can become completely Krishna conscious, not mundane conscious, material conscious, material desires. So this has to be understood if you want to understand the science and if you want to understand the personality. We are persons. Maharaj quoted yesterday, Mamaivam so jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. We are eternally part of Krishna. We are eternally persons. The first thing that Krishna tells to Arjuna, Natu Jayavaham Jatu Nasam. There are many, there's the kings, you, me, and the kings. We're all here, we're all individuals. He doesn't say it's one. He says we're all here, separate. Dehinosmin yata dehi komanam joganam jura. Immediately he gives the information of the soul. Very vast knowledge of the soul he's giving. No scripture gives such details about the soul as Bhagavad Gita and the Vedic literature. You will not find it in Bible or Quran or any other scripture. The answers are there. So, personal. Consciousness is the basis. Things don't manifest from chemicals. Chemicals are dead, inert energies. They can't manifest consciousness. They can't manifest form. They can't manifest activity. All these chemicals are moved by the consciousness and by the superconsciousness, Paramatma. Because Paramatma is in every atom and in between every atom. That's why this jug, this dead matter, why this table is staying in one place, in one piece. Because Super Soul's presence in every atom and in between every atom helps the matter to assemble and keep its form. Without Super Soul, it cannot be. It will be pradhan. It will be without form. It will be dead energy. So Super Soul gives form to this dream, to this illusion. And the Spirit Soul gives animation to the body. The consciousness coming from the soul animates the body. Without the consciousness, without the soul, there's no animation, there's no personality. It is dead, impersonal. It is chemicals. And this is what they want you to believe. That you are only a pile of chemicals, but you are not chemicals. You are the soul. You are a person. Try to understand these details and how all of this interacts. Gross physical body, Sthula Sarir, Shukshma Sarir, subtle astral body, chakras connecting the two, Atma within the subtle body, consciousness coming from the Atma. Try to understand the connection. What is karma? What is sukriti? What is samskars? You have to understand all these individual things. And if you understand them clearly, then under the guidance of sadhu, you will be able to get out of the material world. Because you have to know the science. You can't be walking blindly, simply chanting without thinking and understanding how everything works. You have to know the details of the science and how the science is working. So please, you study very carefully. You hear Harikatha from the sadhus. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his commentary on 325.25 explains that by hearing the wonderful pastimes of Radha and Krishna from the lips of sadhus, then your anarthas are dissolved. Your anarthas cannot go by itself. Psychologists cannot get rid of your anarthas. The psychologist can only give you a way to manage it. But he cannot remove it. Only sadhu can remove it. And he removes it by reciting the Harikatha, and that Harikatha helps to purify your consciousness. Then Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says, when the anarthas are removed, you will get nishta, guru nishta, firm faith. And by hearing that Harikatha, again, you will come to ruchi. And by hearing the Harikatha from the sadhu, again you will come to ashakti. And by hearing the Harikatha from sadhu, again you will come to bhav. At every stage, the Harikatha is required to hear from the lips of the sadhu, to remove each material complication, each thing, each anartha, everything that is in the way of your progress. It will be removed only by hearing from the lips of sadhu. Then you will make proper advance. But you should understand how all of this works. What are the details? If you don't know the mechanics, then you are simply walking blindly. Please understand the mechanics very carefully.
Alright.
Yes,
Do you recommend any books that go in depth about this?
I'm doing it now.
Oh.
I had paintings made and everything,
Wow.
showing how the subtle body and the gross body are connected by the chakras. I engaged the son of one of my godbrothers who's an artist.
Wow.
So we have the paintings, we have everything. I'm writing this all out so that you can read it and understand it, and very fundamental. Gurudev told me to teach fundamentals. He specifically asked me that your responsibility to teach the fundamentals of Gita, and so that's why I'm teaching. Okay, I've spoken long enough. It's a little bit complicated. Please forgive my frustration.
Maharaj, I have a question.
Yeah.
So, we use the term pran, Chinese, chi.
The same
So,
energy.
same energy. Okay. So, you explain that from the soul can be likened to the sun,
That's
right? And then
Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter, verse 34. It's right there. It gives this example. Just like the sun is in one area of the universe, but the sunshine is everywhere. The soul is in the area of the heart, the Anhat chakra in the subtle body, and the consciousness is spread everywhere. That example is given 1334.
and then you explain that you have the desires,
Because
which can be like
when
the
the
sunshine.
consciousness comes then when the just like the sunshine is coming here in the atmosphere.
Mhm.
So it is polluted by the atmosphere of the earth. But the sun is not polluted.
Right.
The consciousness becomes polluted by trigunya, the three modes of nature.
Yeah.
By the influence of the three modes of nature, then some desires for material sense gratification build up, but they cannot be fulfilled by the spiritual, by the consciousness, because consciousness is spiritual. So those desires are deposited in the dormant subconscious mind. And there in the dormant subconscious mind, they eventually make their way to the active
What is the
conscious
function
mind.
of pran through this?
When it's in the active conscious mind of the subtle body,
Mm-hmm.
it wants to experience it on the physical level.
Mm-hmm.
The prana moves the desires from the subtle body through the chakras
Mm-hmm.
into the gross physical body.
Okay, so
And
pran
each-
is not active until it gets to the active
Conscious mind.
conscious mind.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, so the chi in Chinese,
Yes.
where do their conception is, where does the chi start, and what do they link as the source of consciousness?
The key for them, the origin is in what they call Shen. In Chinese medicine, they have what's called Shen. Shen means the spirit in the heart.
So this is where I was getting. So do they have a conception of the conscious spirit soul?
They have a conception of consciousness, but from a Buddhist perspective. You have to understand that Chinese medicine is influenced by Taoist for philosophy and by Buddhist philosophy. The Taoists were nihilists. They were like Vaisheshika. Everything breaks down to atoms,
Right.
atomic energy.
Right.
The Buddhists talked about consciousness, but their concept is that consciousness is almost like a material energy. So in the Chinese conception
Of chi.
of the medicine, the things are put together, but they're connected. Like right now, I'm having congestive heart condition. So I found clinical study that was done of doing the acupuncture on my body, on another person's body, which helped to relieve the congestive heart failure. So when he started practicing on me, I was like, it changed my whole mood, my whole attitude, completely changed. Very quickly, I started feeling lighter and less slow and tired and depressed. I had much better energy. So he was explaining, he was telling me, I'm affecting your Shen. And I know because I study Chinese medicine. I know what the Shen is. The Shen is about the spirit. What the Chinese call the spirit.
So whereas the pran is activated, or its function begins with the active subtle body.
The active mind.
The active mind.
Yeah, the active conscious mind.
So the chi that begins at Shen, is that related to the active?
There must be some
Similarity.
relation, but some similarity. But I don't know that. You know.
All right.
I know that you like to do analysis like this too. That you. Yeah. This is our complicated Western mind. We are brought up with science, so we see things from very deep.
I'm not scientific, but I'm complicated. All Magyan and Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram. First of all, I offer my most respectful obeisances.
Time.
On the lotus feet of my Diksha Guru Om Vishnupad, Astotar Satoshi Shrimad Shiva Govardhana Krishna Maharaj. Again, I offer my most respectful obeisances. On the lotus feet of my sannyas, Shiksha Guru Om Vishnupad, Astotar Satoshi Shrimad Srila Bhaktivinoda Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And again, I offer my most respectful obeisances. On the lotus feet of my Param Guru Days, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotar Satoshi Shrimad Srila Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotar Satoshi Shrimad Srila Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Swami. All of my most respected basis is unto all Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, headed by Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Bhagavat Maharaj, and Bhaktivinoda Van Maharaj. So, I'll be very brief. We'll be back here audience-wise. Okay. So, 2 days ago, Maharaj, Pujapal Van Maharaj, he was quoting a verse, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Jive Doya Kori, Swapasad Swedamas Saha Avatori, Atyanta Dulaba Prem, Kori Baradan, Shikai Saranagati Bakatera Pran. So, meaning of this verses, is that Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everybody knows who is Shri Krishna Chaitanya? That he's come, and he's come to give mercy to the living entities in this world. Especially in Kali Yuga. This Kali Yuga, the age of quarrel and hypocrisy, where the atmosphere, as Maharaj is explaining, is very, very contaminated. Atyanta Dulaba Prem, Kori Baradan. And though he's coming, and he's coming in this age, which is the most decadent of ages, most polluted of times, but very mercifully, Atyanta Dulaba Prem, he's bringing that love, which is Durlaba, Atyanta Dulaba Prem, very, very difficult to achieve. Maharaj was also explaining 2 days ago how Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he has come to give this Samapaitam Unata Ujwala Rasa Swa Bhakti Sriyam. Unata Ujwala Rasa. That highly elevated, beautiful, and flaming love of Srimati Radhika, he's come to taste and he's come to give the beauty of that love. A maid servant of Srimati Radhika. Adyanta Dulabha Prem Puri Bharata. But though he's come to give this very, very high thing, because our qualification, our adhikar, our level now is very far, that where's the love of the associates of Srimati Radhika and where am I? It's so far, so far. So very mercifully, Sikaya Sharanagati Bhakatera Pran, that he comes and then he starts from very, very basic level and he's teaching Sharanagati. What is Sharanagati? Sharanagati means just human principles. Just coming from the animalistic platform, coming to the human platform. What's it? 6 symptoms of surrender. Anukulyasa sankalpa, pratikulyasa vajanam, rakshishiti vishvasho gopite varnam tata. So it's first to accept what is favorable for our spiritual advancement. Accept what is favorable for our bhakti. That means, from a very simple platform, taking only vegetarian food, vegan foods, which are offered to the Lord, living a life where it is conducive for you to do your sadhana bhakti, hearing, chanting, worshipping the deities. Cultivating just qualities, human qualities, and especially integrity. Maharaj again, he was quoting Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada 2 days ago. He was saying that the first quality of a Brahmin is, okay, I asked, what's the first quality of a Brahmin? I want to see how you were hearing. The first quality of a Brahmana, those who are here, you were there. The first quality, truthfulness. Anybody? Simplicity. Saral. He was emphasizing on Saral. Even though truthfulness is there, but he was emphasizing on simplicity. So, very, very important. This is like foundation. To be Saralata e Vaishnavata. To be simple. Means straightforward. Not crooked, duplicitous, but just straightforward. What you are, you show. So this is very advantageous to develop, to creating a foundation for our bhakti, accepting that which is favorable. And that which is not favorable, you reject. Especially, what is not favorable? Vaishnav Ninda. Vaishnav Ninda means to criticize. To criticize, to gossip. These are just qualities which are necessary to come from the animalistic platform to the human platform. Do not gossip. Do not criticize. Especially Vaishnavas. Anukulyasa sankalpa, pratikulyasa vajanam, richishiti. That we accept the Lord as our protector and we accept the Lord as our maintainer. That, oh Lord, protect me from what? Maharaj was just saying. Trigunya Vishravi. From the influence of the 3 modes of material nature. Especially ignorance and passion. But how do we become protected from the influence of ignorance and passion? you do sadhu sangha. You associate with sadhus. And association with sadhus means that when you associate with sadhus, then after that, you take the instructions and then you apply it in your life. Then it will be sadhu sangha. Otherwise not. Something beginning. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came to teach Sharanagati. And in teaching Sharanagati, he did this principle of sadhu sangha. Oh, listen, I'm going to have to make this short. I'm getting carried away now. Okay. So, how he did sadhu sangha. That Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was traveling throughout South India. He went to Godavari. And there he met Roy Ramananda. Roy Ramananda in Pastimes of Krishna is whom? Vishaka Saki. So Vishaka Saki is very close in mood to Srimati Radharani. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he's Krishna, but he wants to understand what is the mood of Srimati Radhika. He wants not only to understand, he wants to taste it. He wants to envelop himself in it. He wants to submerge himself in it. So he goes to Vishaka Saki, coming as Roy Ramananda, and hears from Vishaka Saki, and then after that, he doesn't just hear, but then he leaves and he goes to Jagannath Puri. And what does he do? He does his sadhan bhajan. He immerses himself on what he's heard. Though he's perfect and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all these moods are there, but he's teaching us that this is a process. And when he's in Jagannath Puri, again, he's listening to whom especially? He's going to Tota Gopinath. And in Tota Gopinath, who is there? Gadadhar Pandit. And Gadadhar Pandit is whom? Radharani herself. And there, he's listening. And then in the evening, he's going and he's absorbed in his sadhan bhajan with Sarup Damodar and Roy Ramananda. So, we should come and hear from sadhus, but then what they're bringing, then we should take it and we should practice it in our lives. We should make commitment. Make commitment. Not just commitment for so many material things, but commitment. How I can improve my sadhan. Just step by step by step by step by step. We don't have to make giant steps. Little step is okay. But how I can gradually increase. Krame, krame. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he explains that. Krame, krame. By this, we'll achieve the ultimate goal. So, so we accept the Lord as our master, that he is protecting. That when we do like this, then we're protected from the influence of the three modes of material nature gradually. It is not that immediately it's going to just disappear. It may be. Just like you go buy something and they're doing a big sale and they give you a bonus to start with. So Mahaprabhu, he may give you, just let you know, this is, the real thing is here, okay? Then he gives you a big whoof, and you say, oh my God. But then after that, now you got to do the work. You've seen that my goods are real, okay? So now you have to do some work to actually be absorbed in this. But very important to do this, last two is Danya and Atmanivedam. That we should offer ourselves. We offer ourselves to Krishna. But because we cannot go directly to Krishna, then Sri Prahlad Maharaj has stated that then we offer ourselves to Sevak Bhagavan. Sevak Bhagavan means Gurudev. We offer ourselves to Gurudev. And then gradually we do, from whatever position we're in. And then we'll see that gradually our lives will be peaceful, our minds will become peaceful, that gradually we won't have any problems. Maharaj just explained why problems are there. Because of this pollution of the consciousness of the three modes of material nature born from these desires. Only. So gradually we start to go back from this. Then we get peacefulness, and then we understand that actually there's no problem. That only there's ananda, only there's bliss. But important how to do this? Danya. We should cultivate mood of humility. In short, humility is a very, very deep topic matter. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it's discussed. And then when it's contemplated, then one becomes completely amazed at what a deep and high concept is real humility. But in short, practically speaking in our lives, we're interacting with people, right? And in the interaction, then there's always some rubbing. Srila Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada said, like rubbing of stones. It makes the rough stone smooth. So then how to endure that pain of rubbing so that you'll become smooth? Humility. And what is humility? That when there's some problem with somebody else, you look and see, what is my fault? And you focus on that. What is my fault here? The other person may be 99.999% wrong, but there's at least 0.1 that you can find. And you focus on that, and you work on yourself, and you do your sadhana bhajan. Then you won't have problems. As long as you stop pointing, then with that pointing finger, then we're just bringing our problems, anxiety, the three modes of material nature, more and more. I've already gone way beyond my time. So I just end with one thing. That we're very fortunate that we have Sadhu Sangha. We're very, very fortunate. And whatever sadhus they give us, then we should know that, oh, this is mercy. This is mercy. And if sadhu is very fortunate, then they'll give danda, they'll give stick. And then you know, oh my God, I am very fortunate today. I'm not like that. When Bon Maharaj gives me stick, I say, oh, Maharaj, come on. Then I start thinking so many things. All my humility, immediately it flies out the window. But when sadhus give us danda, we should, oh, I am so fortunate that I have received this. And be one-pointed to your Gurudev. But then, what happens if you see that Vanchakalpa Turubhishta. Patitanam Pavnebhyo. Time is elapsed.
He talks of criticism. And sometimes is there a difference between criticism and correcting? And where is the line drawn when it comes to a senior and junior, or seniors and seniors, or juniors and juniors correcting each other or partially criticizing each other? Is there a difference between criticizing and correcting?
Besides criticizing and correcting. Okay. Bhagat Maharaj.
What?
You want to ask?
Oh.
This is a practical thing. He has practical experience by far surpassing me. So, the difference between criticizing and correcting. Is there harm in correcting, especially one's seniors?
I'll give you an example. 2 weeks ago, I was sharing the lecture with Chutananda. Chutananda is my senior godbrother. We're both initiated by Srila Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. But he came first. And he took sannyasa before me. So he's my senior. So we were sitting together. And I was speaking something, and he was speaking something, and I was speaking something, and he was speaking. So he spoke something which I knew because I saw a letter from my guru that said the opposite. But I didn't say a word because he's my senior, and to say something to him in front of everybody else would have embarrassed him, and it was not proper. You understand? So everything is Desha Kalapatra, time, place, and circumstance. The most important thing, like Narayan Maharaj used to say, is about love. How are you dealing with people in love? Wouldn't I have been dealing with my senior godbrother in love by embarrassing him in front of a room full of people? No. That wouldn't have been love. That would have been my ego. So in private, I may go to him and say, you said this thing, but Prabhupada said this thing. The next time, please remember that. That's love. You understand? Where there's love, all things are possible. All things are possible. So the most important thing is to think, how am I going to interact with my god brother, whether he's a junior or a senior, my god sister, whether she's junior or senior? How will I interact with them with love, which includes compassion, which includes humility, forbearance, all of these things. You understand? Love is just as envy is the source of the negative emotions, love is the source of the positive emotions. And all the positive emotions stem from love. And so, when you're looking at a situation where it's possible, like I had, to give some correction, but I have to, Desha Kalapaya, to think of the time, place, and circumstance that I can do that in a way that it's done with love and doesn't cause any emotional pain to that person. So that's important. If you're coming from the platform of love, then everything is possible. And everything can work out properly. But if you're not coming from the platform of love, then there'll be conflict. So when you're trying to correct somebody who's your junior or your senior, and you're not using love as the platform for that, then it's going to cause problems. And if you're doing it out of love, then you'll know how to do it, when to do it, and where to do it. It'll all become clear. You understand?
Maharaj, you just brought something up, trigger something very nice. But you're saying that do it out of love, but sometimes the mind is very agitated, over something. So we may be thinking, okay, I want to do this out of love, but actually the heart has been like really affected by the mode of passion. So then sometimes it's good to just wait. You don't have to do it right away. Wait and let you settle, chant, purify the heart, and invoke the proper mood, and then approach.
That's why I said Desha Kalapatra.
Yeah,
the right
exactly.
time, the right place, and the right circumstance.
Exactly.
Okay?
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikāvī Tadālaya कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। जय नमो महावदन्नाय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिसे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि प्रिये। ओम वृंदावै तुलसी देवै प्रिया वै केशवस्य च कृष्ण भक्ति देवी सद्गुरुदेवे नमो नमः। भक्ताभिहीनापराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्नं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दं। भजामि राधां अरविन्दनेत्रां स्मरामि राधां मधुरस्मिताश्रयं वदामि राधां करुणाभराद्रा। ओ ममान्नस्ति गतिर्न कापि आदेविका कुहरगदगदयाद्वाच जाचिनी पत्ते भुवि दण्डवदुर्घटार्थे अश्र प्रसादं कृत्वा गन्धर्विके निजगणे गणनां विधेहि। अंगश्यामलविछटा मन्दिकृतेन्द्रीवरं जड्डं जाजुगुरुरुचिशं पट्टम्बरस्य श्रिया बिन्दारणनिवासमिदुलसद्धामदिदामोदरं राधास्कन्दनिविसृज्जलो भुजं ध्यायं सुदामोदरम्। तवैवास्मि न जीवामि तया विना इति विज्ञायते राधे तन्नयामि चरणान्तिके। वंशे विभूषितकरान्नवनीरदाभात् पीताम्बरादुर्नबिम्बफलादृष्टात् पूर्णेन्दुसुन्दरमुखात् अरविन्दनेत्रात् कृष्णात् परमतत्त्वं किमपि अहं न जाने। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु
नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द।
हरे कृष्णा
कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
So first of all, I offer my humble, respectful obeisances. The lotus feet of my Guru Pad Padma, Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Sadasya Srimad Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, and Nitya Lila Pravishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Samad Bhakti Vedanta, Srila Narayan Goswami Maharaj. Simultaneously offer my humble, respectful Dandavat Pranam. Lotus feet of Nitya Lila Prishtam Vishnupad, Ashtutara Satmad Bhakti Vedanta, Swami Maharaj, Srila Guruvand Goswami Maharaj, Bhakti Rapa Sridhar Goswami, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, and Prabhu Jayami Sukha, Bhakti Vedanta Bhagavad Maharaj, and Prabhu Jayami Sukha, Asram Maharaj, and all senior devotees and all Vaishnava Vaishnavis and all respectful. We heard many things, almost 1 hour. Actual very nice, beautiful katha you heard. Bhagavad Maharaj explained this. And also Asam Maharaj, he also spoke very nice katha, these things. But I want to speak the simple way. Kapil Devati Sangbad, Lord Kapil Dev told his mother Devati. He gave many instructions. Then he told, oh my mother, listen, the essence of all of my instruction. What is the essence of instruction? Satang prasangat mama bija samvido bhavanti het karna rasayana katha tajjo sanat asu apavarga vartmani Shraddharati bhakti arunukramisati. Lord Kapil Dev told, oh my mother, listen. And always associate with high class, exalted, prejudices argument. Satang prasangat mama virjo samvido. If you listen Krishna's very powerful katha, and then you will free from all kinds of anarthas. Though Krishna, all katha is very powerful, this is true. Shaktishalya, Virjavati katha. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Pad, Madhurya Kadambani, very explained yesterday I told you. Then Vikritam Brajavati Idam cha Vishnu Saddhan Nito Anusunnat Varnet Atho Bhaktin Parang Bhavati Padilabha Kamo Hidrogo Opportunity achieving. Krishna Katha, all Krishna Katha is very powerful. Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto to 12th canto. And many sweet pastimes of Krishna Katha is there. Many Krishnas also Avataravali Katha. Avataravali means incarnation Katha is there. Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Nishina, many avatars. But topmost Krishna's Katha, that is called Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. Mukharavindam. Srimad Bhagavat, that is called Krishna's as like very nice, beautiful lotus face. Mukharavindam. Dasame Dasano Laksanam. And 10th canto Srimad Bhagavatam, that is called Krishna's very nice, beautiful lotus face. And Mukharavindam. And 10th canto Katha is there. Krishna's many sweet pastimes in there. But in the 10th canto also, topmost Katha, that is called Rasa Leela Katha. 10th canto, 29th chapter to 33 chapter. That is called Pancha Prana Katha. You know, this Maharaj will also explain this philosophy. Understand? How did they pran upon ban? This is things. Everything also there. But Pancha Prana Katha in where? Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 29th chapter to 33 chapter. Understand this? That is Pancha Prana Katha is there. Maharaj explains this thing. Different philosophers explain different things this way. Even Srimad Gita also Krishna says to Arjuna, different yogas. Maharaj also explains this yogas also. Maladhar Chakra yogas, how this way, and how to attain to Brahma. Understand? But this is very difficult. And if you practice these types of yogas, little bit defect, then finish. And very carefully also. Understand? Yogi is also doing this way. Srimad Bhagavad Gita also Krishna says this katha also. Yogis house they also taking care of the pran and this way and coming, then they are Brahma Talu. Then attend to where? Brahma Chakra. But very difficult also. And Srimad Bhagavad Gita 6th chapter also explains this in many kathas there also. And so, but I was saying in her, the Satang Prasangad Mama Virju Bhavanti Hit Karna Rasayana Katha. Hit and Karna. Your heart and ears will be so and melted. If you listen to Krishna's this katha, which katha? Rasa Lila katha. And Itkarna Rasayana katha. Tajju sanat asu apavarga bartmani. Apavarga means dharma, artha, kama, moksha. Dharma means religion. Artha means economical development. Dharma, artha. Kama means all kinds of your material desires. And or dharma, artha, kama, moksha means liberation. And these four types are automatically removed from your heart. And this is also process. And dharma, artha, kama, moksha. So saying satang prasangavad mamvir jo sangdo bhavanti hit karna rasayana kata tajjo sanat asu apavarga vartmani shraddha ruti bhakti runa karnishati. Then first you come in Shraddha. Here Shraddha means sadhana bhakti. And actually I tell you Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Tattva Vivek explain Shraddha, what is the Shraddha? Faith. And actual faith, this is not our bhakti. Shraddha is what is giving? Giving the qualification, eligibility, how to attain bhakti. So it's Shraddhavan Janan Bhakti Adhikari. Shraddhavan, who has Shraddha, he is eligible, he is qualified to practice bhakti. Generally people are thinking Shraddha is bhakti. But Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Bhakti Tattva Vivek explain, actual Shraddha means faith. This faith is giving to us what? Adhikar. Adhikar. There are so many definitions about Shraddha. What is the definition of Shraddha? Faith. What is the faith? Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma krita. Shraddha sabde viswas kahe sudhira nischay. Krishna Bhakti kaile sarva karma krita. If you practice Shuddha Bhakti, give some service to Lord, then your life will be successful. These types of faith come. That is called Shraddha. Another Jiva Goswami Pad again explain, giving the definition of Shraddha. What is the definition of Shraddha? Shraddhastu anannapayo varjanam bhaktir mukhi chitta vritti vishesa. Bhakti Sandarbha. Srila Jiva Goswami explain, Shraddha means is what? Viswas. Faith. What is that? Shraddhastu anannapayo varjanam, giving up all kinds of process, karma, gyan, yog, tapasya. No sadhati man yogam, no sankadharma uddhava, no sadhas tapos tyago, yatha bhaktir mama varjita. Krishna says to Uddhava, hey Uddhava, listen very carefully. Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. Which canto? 11th canto. The conversation between Uddhava and Krishna. That is called Uddhava Samvada. Understand? That time Krishna gave so many instructions to him. And this is the last instruction. By the perfect karma, jnana, yoga, tapasya, not attain to me. Yatha bhaktir mamu varjita. If you practice the Shuddha Bhakti, then attain to me. So, no sadhati man yoga, no sanka dharma uddhava, no sadhas tapos tyago, yatha bhaktir mamu varjita. By the perfect karma, gyan, yog, Kapil Sankha yog, you cannot attain. Even you read Shastra, you cannot attain. If you perform fire sacrifice or do many things also, no? You cannot attain. Or bhaktir mamu varjita. You practice the bhakti. Bhakti is very simple. What is that? Listenam, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archana Bandhanam, Dasa Sakkatma Nivedanam, Ete Pungsar Pita Vishnu, Bhakti Chet. You are listening to Harikatha. This is bhakti or not? Yes. Sravanam. Harikatha. Bhakti? Well, no. Again I will also cut this place. You are listening to Harikatha. This is not bhakti. But why not? First I told If you listen Hari Katha, this is bhakti. Eh? Again I am saying, no. You are listening Hari Katha, this is not bhakti. Why? Because here, Prahlad Maharaj, what did he say? Iti pumsa arpita. Iti pumsa arpita. If you not surrender to Krishna and Guru, listen Hari Katha, that is not bhakti. You understand? People are not give the emphasis this word or pita, samarpan. That's Maharaji also very nicely explained. And saranagati. Anukulasa sankalpa pratikulasa vivarjanam rakhishatve visvaso gopite varanam tatha atmanikya karpanya saravidha saranagati. There are 6 limbs of saranagati. Maharaj very nicely step by step. So first is saranagati, surrender. How to surrender to Guru and Krishna. Surrender, Atmaniveda. And surrender. When you surrender, then listen Hari Katha, there is bhakti. But only surrender, this is not so bhakti. This surrender gives you what? How to enter in bhakti. That is called that doorway. What is called?
The entrance.
Entrance. Doorway.
Passage.
Saranagati. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Krishna explains these things also. And Sarva Dharman Parityajya Mamekam Saranam Braja Aham Tvam Sarvapapibho Mokchami Masu. You know this sloka? And this is Saranagati. I completely surrender. Sisasti Aham Sadhi Tang Mang Prapan. And Arjuna told, and hey Krishna, I am your disciple. What do you mean disciple? Sisya means receive Diksha mantra from Guru. That is called disciple. Actually, you try to understand. Sisya, the Sanskrit word, Sisya means sas dhatu. The verbal root, sas means one who accepts the chastisement of his Guru. Call you oppositor. Disciple, chastisement is Guru. I said, no. Sisya means is what? As we hear he saying this way, Karpanno doso aparita sabhava pricham. Arjuna told. Hey Govinda, I don't know anything. Now I am your disciple. I completely surrender. If you chastise me, I accept your chastisement. Guru chastisement his disciple means actually he receives the mercy from you. This is the Bhaktivedanta Prabhupada explained. If Guru chastisement to you, that means actually you are
Fortunate.
Other reason. Are you Guru glorified to you or very nice? So this is what?
Increase the ego.
And increasing your egos. Understand? Then you are thinking pop. Then you think, oh, I know more than my Guru. Gurudev, what is speaking? I appear vast of knowledge. We are saying in our song also. I am not taking name. Understand? In our song, I staying with Gurudev many years. 30 years I was staying with Gurudev. That time they are when Gurudev glorified. And that time I'm thinking, yes, I am better, I am the best. And all my God brothers, they are bogus. They don't know anything. I am the best because Gurudev glorified. Then what is this? And going up. First offense is what? To the feet of Vaishnava. Then going this offense going to where? Guru. Then one day say, oh Gurudev, what are you speaking? And all your verse is not perfect. I am speaking good. Understand? Then oh everybody has come. Listen, Harikatha from me, not Gurudev for you. Then after a few, then boom, fall down. This is called offense of our heart. You understand? Very careful. So why am I? Because Gaur Govinda Goswami Maharaj, he told this, Banchi Posmini, Banchi Posmini. You read Gaur Govinda Maharaj many quotation is this. If Guru not chastise to you, not correct your any false, what is called, egos, that means automatically all your anarthas, unwanted things, that is called false egos coming out. Then one day you will start to criticize to Vaishnava, then you start to criticize to Guru, then you start to criticize to Krishna. No going where? Where is going this?
No, we're going this way.
This is the necessary.
Go to hell.
Be careful this. And you also ask, what is the meaning of criticism? And what is the meaning of the correction? And with correct. And Maharaj was very nice, humble, and you speak everything according to the, what is Maharaj said? Desha kalpa.
Time, place,
Time, place and
circumstance.
circumstance. But you have to always speak the truth. But speak with very polite, love and affection. Understand? Because this is not our debate class, and tarka class. This is our bhakti class. If you speak, maybe like, oh, this is not good. Maybe you can say this way. And love and affection with it. Otherwise, one body, if you speak, oh, I am Brahma, you are all Brahma, so what will you say? No? You have to speak what Shastra is saying. You give the quotation. Love and affection. And criticize means which is not true. You are established that is true. That is called the criticism. And which is true, you are saying true. That is not criticism. Just to give you an example, one person is thief. One person is thief. Thief, understand?
Thief.
He stole something. And you told, hey, you are thief. This is criticism or not?
No.
You are thief.
True.
Sattang pada. Always speak the
Truth.
Mitha Mahavada. Always speak the never tell a lie. Always speak. But one thing, according to just Maharaj is so very nice, I also appreciate. According to the circumstance, you speak. Mahabharata coming from where? From the truth or not? From the truth. Mahabharata, Ramayana, actual coming from the truth. That is not criticized. Draupadi, just I give an example. Maharaj. Draupadi, she also joked with Duryodhana. What did he say?
Sign up for blind.
Blind
father, blind son.
Blind father, blind son. See Mahabharata. Very nice, beautiful, that place. First inauguration of Pandavas. And that is very nice, beautiful house. And in the that is called that palace.
Indraprastha.
Indraprastha. Before the Khandaprastha, then causeless mercy of Krishna, Pandavas, they built very nice, beautiful palace. And Maidana they also built. Where is not water, look like water. And where is water, look like no water. So Duryodhana, first he was in the inauguration of the palace. Understand? And he was walking. There is no water. He thinking that is water. Then he will put his cloth. And where is water? He thinking no water. So he walking and many things is there. Just I give you. And that time Draupadi, she was upstairs, balcony. And she was also laughing and joking. And she also joked and used this word. What did he say? Blind father. For this regard, Duryodhana, what is it? Okay, I will take revenge. For this regard, Mahabharata coming in this, look. You always speak the truth, this is true. but according to the
Time, place, circumstance.
Eh? It should not do this way. This is also teaching to us. Eh? What is it? Eh? But Draupadi, she told this is truth. Also this is truth. Eh? His father, Duryodhana's father is blind or not?
Yes.
Eh? But he cannot say this way. Eh? Why I am saying this? Eh? If you say, oh, you are this, who has no fault? Eh? And if you say, oh, this is your fault, then the mind will start. Eh? First you look your own faults. Eh? You know what it's called? You have many. Eh?
Sieve.
Sieve. Eh? How many holes inside? 100, 1,000. And how many holes in the back of the needle? One. So Sieve saying, hey, needle, look, your fault. But he is not looking his own fault. Eh? This is true, this thing. But according to the people, Satyam vada, Mithya ma vada. Always speak the truth, never tell lie. This is a better thing. But according to certain thing, then another time you can say, not the in front of the public and to criticize. Then also no Harikatha, nothing, only fighting, you know. And government in the parliament, and people are saying and fighting. Understand? And yeah, so this is that. Criticism means this, which is not true. You are saying the truth, but you don't say abuse word or blasphemy. And if you don't know that person is bad, there no evidence. Or just you listen from here, there, and you start to speak and write to and Facebook might not a book. Because you criticize the Vaishnava. Understand? Sometimes it's easy this way. If you 100% confirm, then you can also not criticize. You also, what is called? That is called? You should say, correct truth. Oh, this is all not. This is understand? This is the Mayavad philosophy of the Shankaracharya, and that day I told. Shankaracharya, he told that's a speculative everything. Shankaracharya's philosophy, that is called speculative philosophy. Because not the evidence in the Shastra. That is speculative. I am not saying. Bhaktivinoda Thakur Jayavardhana very clearly explained. Shankar philosophy is speculative. And because why? Because he is giving different examples. How to establish his own philosophy. Yeah, I am Brahma. I am Brahma. You are not Brahma, you are belongs to Brahma. You are the part and parcel of Brahma. You are the part and parcel of Brahma. This is true. Because there are many meanings of Brahma. Brahma means there are so many meanings of Brahma. Okay, you are part and parcel of Brahma. This is true. A part is never equal the whole. But the part is the belongs to the whole. This is true. In the same way, all we are belongs to Brahma. Aham Brahma, then we are belongs to Brahma. This is very simple. But Shankaracharya doesn't mean all we are Brahma. How possible we are Brahma? So for this regard, our Jiva Goswami path cut this philosophy. Meant these things. You are not. Cut this philosophy. How possible you are Brahma? What does it come from? Brahma Sabde Mukkarte Kahe Bhagavan. The original meaning, principal meaning of Brahma means Bhagavan. Chaitanya Charitamrita, just quoted this one. Brahma Sabde Mukkarte Kahe Bhagavan. The original meaning, but principal meaning of Brahma means Krishna. Which is called Bhagavan. Just Maharaj also explained. And who is called Bhagavan? Who has 6 opulence. Oishwarya Samagrasya Virya Jasa Sri Gyana Vairagya Sana Bhava Itingana. He is called Brahma. He is called Bhagavan. Understand? This is the people. Oisarja. He has vast of opulence. Oisarja. Virja, he is very powerful. And he controls everybody. Brahma, Shiva, and millions Brahman, millions Shivas. All they also paying their obeisances is lotus feet. Not only one Brahma. Not only one Brahma. Here Brahma means Chaturmukh Brahma, four-headed. Not one. Million heads of Brahma. Million heads of Shiva. Now you know only 4 heads Brahma. Maybe you know 5 heads Shiva. But the Shastra saying no, millions Brahmanda. And millions of Brahma, Shiva, and Indra. All they also are completely surrendered to lotus feet of Krishna, paying their obeisances to lotus feet of Krishna. So, Oisarja, Virja, just Oisarja, Virja, Jasa is name, payment, and creation. Jasa, Sri. Sri means Sundarja, beauty. This is the main thing. Krishna's beauty is unique and unparalleled. Even Krishna's, what we say, Krishna's, all the incarnation, they are very beautiful also. Matsya Kurma, Narayan, Matsya Kurma, Nishinga, but all the incarnation. Even Lord Ramchandra is the incarnation of Krishna. But Ramchandra's beauty, very beautiful that time. But when you compare with Krishna's beauty, then you can understand. Krishna's beauty is unique and unparalleled. But Krishna also, many Krishna's, what is it called?
Aspects, features,
Opulence.
Opulence. These are the Dwarkadhish Krishna, Mathuradhish Krishna. Understand? Dwarkadhish Krishna, Mathuradhish Krishna, and Brajnandan Krishna. Even Brajnandan Krishna also, Sakha, Vatsalya, Madhurya Krishna also there. If you read our Grantha, they will understand. Loka Bhagavatamritam, very clearly explained. But which Krishna's beauty is unique and unparalleled? That is called Dhir Lalit Nayak. What do you understand? Dhirudatta, Dhirudatta, Dhir Santa, and Dhir Lalit Krishna. Dhir Lalit Krishna is beauty unique and unparalleled. Dhir Lalit Krishna. So in the Rasdance, Krishna, actual Krishna, he manifests his topmost beautiful form in the Rasdance. And the Rasdance with Srimati Radhika. Rama Ramanam Sundarata Varishta Sundarja Mohita Samasta Jagada Janasa Shamasya Bama Vaddatanum Kadam Tam Indra in the Rasdance. Understand? And Krishna is staying. And Krishna also embraced Srimati Radhika in his left hand. And that time Krishna's beauty and Srimati Radhika's beauty is unique. These things. So I am saying because this is called Dhir Lalit Nayak Krishna. So the Krishna's many stages also. So there is a beauty. Beauty means Sundarja. This is important. Oisarja Vijaya Jasa Sri. Gyan means knowledge. All the knowledge coming from Krishna. How much knowledge we have? Nothing. One slok we cannot speak. Then next day we forget. But all Ved, Puran, Upanishad, everything, manifestation of Krishna. Knowledge, Gyan. Even the cheap knowledge, transcendental knowledge, material knowledge, everything coming from where? Krishna. All Ved, Puran, Upanishad, everything is coming from Krishna. Also, it was just a Sri Gyan. And Vairagya means renunciation, detached. Gurudev told Krishna, he performs sweet lila, love and affection with the Brajavasis. So attachment. Then Krishna left Vrindavan. and coming in Mathura. Then Krishna, Mathura to Dwarka. And according to Bhagavad, Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna did not return back to Vrindavan. All the gopis, how they felt pang of separation from Krishna. But Krishna did not come. Look this thing. In this material form, possible. If you love someone very difficult to forget, to him or her. This is true. One coin I lose, then I think, where is the coin? Where is the coin? This is true. We cannot give up these things also. Externally saying, oh, I am renowned them. But when you ask my heart, then you will have that. Because this is the nature. Maharaj also explained this is the mode of the nature. Prakriti is Swabhav. But Bhagavan, who is called Bhagavan? He is beyond of all these things. Parihi nirguna saksat purusha prakriti paraha. Srimad Bhagavatam is Bhagavan means which is beyond of mood of the nature. So that means I explain this thing, and Jiva will never become Lord. Nowadays, if you go India, so many Bhagavan is there. One day Bhagavan, the next day, nothing. Maybe Bhagavan is going in the jail. This is true also. But Lord also appeared from the jail of Kamsa. Then he comes also. Actually, it is not. You will never become Bhagavan. Vaishya Vijaya Sri Jnana Vairagya Sana Bhagavati. This thing what we discuss this thing. First you understand these things, but how to attain to Lord? This is the process. Shraddha, sadhusanga, bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti, nishtha, ruchi, asakti, then bhav and prayer. Actually, our Bhaktivinoda Thakur explains, this life where will go? Which stage can go? Shraddha, sadhusanga, bhajana kriya, anartha nivritti, nishtha, ruchi, asakti. Then after asakti, adhikam bhav. But this bhav cannot tolerate this body. Try to understand. Bhav means everything. Bhav is mood, transcendental. Suddha sattva, visma, prema, suddha bhav. Ruchi vichitta smarshina pidasu bhav. This body cannot tolerate the prema. Only those who are the eternal associates of Krishna. Bhagavad Nitya Parikar. So this is the process. So where will go our sadhana is where? Shraddha to asakti. For this regard, these types of shraddha to asakti, all these stages are called sadhana bhakti. Try to understand. These are called the sadhana bhakti. Then what is the definition of sadhana bhakti? Kriti saddha, bhavit saddha, sa sadhana vida, nitya siddhasya bhavash prakattam hridi sadhana. That means one who practices the devotional service to Krishna with his material body. And with our hands, with our legs. But aim and object, how to free from all kinds of anarthas and how to attain the spiritual mood of Nitya Siddhasya Parikar. So Kriti Saddha, Bhavit Saddha, Sa Sadhana Vidha, Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya Prakattam Hridi Sadhana. Actual sadhana bhakti is first activity that is called washing machine. You know? That's right. All your dirty cloth put in where? Washing machine. Washing machine what doing? Cleaning. And spinning. Then opposite way also. And first in right way, right wings. Then after a couple of seconds, again also what? Spinning left to right. Like that. I think sometimes you can see how this washing machine, all clothes also wash. Nowadays everything is available. You can wash your also and plates, and not only the clothes. Now many kinds of washing machine,
Dishwasher.
dishwasher. Nowadays no need to work. Understand? So if you not work, then what happen? Then sugar will come. Then fat will come. Before we are there washing in cloth without hand. Now we are not doing anything. Let's put because we have no time also. Understand? We have no time. Understand? And I'm not criticizing. That's just joking. And you are not before people also going to morning walk, this and working this. Now they are not doing anything. Then what will they do? They also spend money for how to lose their weight. Do it and they also different machine, running machine. You know, they're thinking many miles I am walking. Actually, he's standing in one place. And spending money and going to the where?
Gym.
And spending money. No. So this is not my subject, just I also joke with you. And relax your mind. Actually, sadhana bhakti's first function, what is that? How to remove the unearthed, unwanted things from washing, you know. Our second, that is called how to receive the sprinkle mood of Brajavasi. For this, Kriti Saddha, Bhavit Saddha, Sa Sadhana Vidha, Nitya Siddhasya Bhavasya, Prakatan Hridi Sadhana. Then after sadhana bhakti, then sadhu will come in the second stage, that is called Bhava. Suddha Sattva, Visesatma, Premo, Sujjang Sambhavako, Ruchi Vichitta Smasina, Kridaso, Bhava Uchyate. When our heart will neat and clean, complete as like the crystal, you know, neat and clean, no any spot marks in there. And on the platform of Sandhini, then Sambit and Radhini, then our heart, then our so much ruchi taste will come, and heart will melt it if you listen Krishna Katha, and you start to cry, not imitate, what is called?
Fake.
Fake.
Imitation.
Imitation cry. You know, many soldiers cry. Then Harikatha finish, then how? What is meaning cry? Understand? And perfect it is. Because sometimes people are there. Because Sahajiyas, Sutri, Sahajiyas, others, they are to attract the people. They have been shedding their tears and until Harikatha something. And that's no. And imitation, there is no. But when the bhav will come, and actually this bhav is not, you not get by your sadhana. And bhava bhakti, that's called by the causeless, the mercy of Guru and Krishna. For their bhava bhakti, another name is kripasana. What did I say? Kripasana. You attain the bhav by the causeless mercy of Guru and Krishna. And kripasana. Because for this here the Suddha Sattva, Visesatma, Prema Sujjanga Bhavo, Ruchi Vichitta Smarsana Kridasu, Bhavo Ucha. Actually, this bhav on the sprinkle mood of the Brajavasis, according to your potential, you also receive that. And then your heart will melt. And then automatically, and that stage will come, if you will become very humble. Daina. Before Daina, actually not your perfect Daina. Maybe, what is called? Arup, imposing. I am not criticizing. Imposing. The first is called Arusiddha Bhakti. Again, first we regard Arusiddha, Sangha Siddha, Sarup Siddha. Imposing these two. But when you receive the sprinkle mercy of Nityasiddha Brajavasis, receive the prema of the Nityasiddha Brajavasis, then you will become very humble. Before humble is not humble. My Gurudev told, if not prema manifest or bhav not manifest your heart, and your humble is as like snake humble. You know snake humble? What is that? Snake, he walks, zigzagging, and also going this way. Very humble. And he is also what the wood going down, this way, this way, this way, this way. And snake walks zigzagging. But snake when he entered in the hole, that will stick. You can notice these things. This psychological, this is called scientific also. When snake enter in the hole, that time you also are not zigzagging way. You are the state and coming and state and then we enter in the hole and then also making the coil. Look this way. Then there is food is coming in this way. You can take camera. You can see how snake enter in the hole and how he stay in this way. Then his head in this way. Understand this? So now coming when snake walk and very humble, he would also down, but little bit touch his chin, then understand? I am saying I am wretched, I am wretched, I am fallen, I am stupid, nonsense. Same thing you tell me, I become angry. You understand? I am saying, what I am saying? I am wretched, I am fallen, I have no knowledge, I am stupid, nonsense. And same thing you repeat, hey, you are stupid. This is not. Humility is coming in what stage? Perfect humility. I am saying this, Bhaktivinoda Thakur explained. Actually, perfect humility, Daina will come at the stage of bhav and prema. Before we are saying this is true, this is that imposing. As like Nanda Maharaj. Give an example, Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj, he told Uddhav, I have no love and affection with my son, Krishna. I have no love and affection. What is my prem with my son Krishna? Krishna left me. But still I am living in this body. Because you told, Nanda Maharaj told Uddhav, you told, my son Krishna is Bhagavan. But I don't believe my son is Bhagavan. But you told. But I left my son Bhagavan. But still I am living in this body. But I heard from Ramayana, Nanda Maharaj told, that when Lord Ramchandra, he left Ajodhya, that time Dasarath Maharaj, he can't tolerate separation from his son Ram. Dasarath Maharaj, what did he say? Haram, haram, haram. Then he left his body. But still I am living in this body. So where is my prem? I have no love and affection with my son. Actually, when you analyze this philosophy, whose prem is higher? Dasarath Maharaj prem or Nanda Maharaj prem? Whose prem is higher? Dasarath? No? Ram here? Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj, his prem towards his Krishna, that is higher than Dasarath Maharaj. Why? Because prem, one thing also try to understand this philosophy, prem does not looking his own happiness. This is the main thing. Prem does not look his own happiness. Mother, she cooks. Whole day she is servicing. But how much she is eating? She serves to everybody. If the rest, then she can eat. Otherwise not. But when everybody please and say, oh, this sabji, this is very happy, then she is very happy. Look in this, just I also talk with the material one. Mothers, this is their nature. Everybody eating and everything and satisfied, and maybe rest sometimes also nothing, because many guests has come. Maybe you cook for, and how many guests? 10 guests, but has come 20. So what will do? But 30, understand? Immediately, and at the time of what is called distribution. Service to serve. And that time many is come. And that time what will do? That time serve everything. Maybe nothing rest for her, but she is very happy. When everybody to prasad and satisfy them. Just give this material world. This is love. This type of service. That means I am saying, Prem does not look his own happiness. Nagoni apana duk sabevanchit tare sukh. More jodi diya duk tar hai mahasukh. Sei duk more sukhavach. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Love means love not looking own happiness. Love is looking others. How they will be happy. So now coming to the conclusion, I am saying Dasarath Maharaj did not think. After 14th years, Ramchandra returned back in Ayodhya. When he will return back Ayodhya, Ramchandra will be happy or not? He will say his father is not in there. But Dasarath Maharaj did not think these things. But Nanda Maharaj, he thinking. No. When Krishna left Vrindavan to Mathura, that time Krishna told to everybody, Parasu asame iti dauttakam. Today I am going Mathura. Tomorrow I will kill Kamsa. And day after tomorrow I will return back. Krishna's, this word is truth. Krishna is called Satyavak. He always speaks the truth. So Brajavasi, every single of the Brajavasi, they are thinking, Krishna will return back. Understand? Oh, this is their hope. The Krishna will come back in Vrindavan. And if we will give up this body and Krishna will return back in Vrindavan, then Krishna will not happy. For this is though they are feeling pain in their heart. But what they do? For Krishna's happiness. This is the thing. Prem means is what this thing. So Daina, so for this regard, why I am saying using this word Daina, humility, and Dasarath Maharaj Daina, Nanda Maharaj Daina. That is called Daina. So for this regard, Brihad Bhagavatamritam, Sanatana Goswami Pad explained when our true Daina will come, humility will come, perfect Daina will come, when you attain the stage of bhav and prema. And that time, humility and prem, non-difference. Daina and prem, and faith. And these are the Daina. So here they explain this. What is the meaning of Daina? Perfect Daina, then when we attain to the prem. And bhakti is just we are practicing and imposing. That is first, that is called Arop Siddha Bhakti. Then Sangha Siddha Bhakti. Yeah? Sangha Siddha Bhakti means with the association of sadhu, then all good qualifications will come. Understand? For good qualification. Bhakta Sanjati Bhakta. Bhakti comes from the Bhakta. With the good qualification will come. Sattva, Sucha, Daya, Pavitra, all this. If you associate with the good person, sadhus, then sadhus qualification will come. And if you associate with a bad person, bad qualification will come. If you associate with a smoker, then after a couple of days, we will start to also Bolo Vrindavan Vihari Lal Ki Jai. And if you associate with sadhu, understand? Then you will become sadhu. This is the process also. then that means good qualification will come. Sattva, Saucha. Sattva means truthfulness. Saucha, cleanliness, everything. That's called good qualification. And Vaishnava 26 qualification automatically get. And Kripalu, Akdudhar, Sattva Samasad, Badanno, Moitri. Understand? This is called the 26 types of Vaishnava good qualification. And you will become very humble. Understand this? And all the good qualifications will be present. Then, after, what is called? Arab Siddha, Sangha Siddha, then Sarup Siddha. Sarup Siddha Bhakti means with the spontaneous nature of your all. That is what you will realize. Realization will come. And understand? Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasa Sakatma Nivedanam. This is called Sarup Siddha Bhakti. You listen to Hari Katha. Understand? Sravana, Sravanakka Bhakti. Then Kirtanakka Bhakti. Understand? Different devotees, they attend the practice, different devotional service to Lord. Sravane Parikshit Maharaj. Parikshit Maharaj, he attend to Lord, listen, Hari Katha. Kirtane Vyasaki. Vyasaki means Sukadev Goswami Path. Sukadev Goswami Path, he practiced which bhakti? Kirtanakka Bhakti. Speaking Hari Katha. This is example. Sravane Parikshit Kirtane Vyasaki. Or Smarane Prahlad Maharaj. Remember. Sravan Kirtan Smaran. Pada Sevane Lakshmi. Understand? Give example. Sravan Kirtan Smaran Pada Sevane. Archane Prithu Maharaj. And Sravan Kirtan Smaran Archana Pada Sevane. Bandhana Akrura. Akrura, so many glorification. Bandhanam, Stav, Stuti. When we used to go Nandagam. Charan Pahari. Then Akru. So many glorification. The footprints of Krishna. Crying and crying and crying. Archana Bandhan Dasa Sabka Atma Nivedanam. Dasa Kopipati. Hanuman. Dasa Bhav. Servicial mode. He is called also, his name is called Kinkar. Kinkar means Aham Kimkarami Aham Krisaskriva. How will serve my Ishtadeva? How will fulfill all the desires of my Ishtadeva? Hanuman. Is the perfect example of Dasa Bhav. Dasa means servicial mode. Seva. How to serve. Dasa Sakha Arjuna. Arjuna, so much intimacy. Dasa Sakha. Atmanivedan, Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj he gave. And Vamandev told, and give me 3 steps. Okay. Then Vamandev Bhagavan, first he manifested his one leg. And he measured all his kingdom. Then second, he also measurement all Sarva Loka. Then Bali Maharaj, then he where will keep, where put my third. Third legs was possible. How many legs have you? 2. Vaman Dev, he saw his 2 legs. Understand? Very funny one. So Bali Maharaj thinking, how possible? Animals have 4 legs. Who has 3 legs? Could you remember? Any person, any living entity have 3 legs?
No.
2 legs, 4 legs, 6 legs, 8 legs, many legs also. You understand? But who has 3 legs? So maybe not.
Some dogs.
Some
If they were fortunate.
Who has 3 legs?
No.
We never have. 2 legs also, human being 2 legs. 4 legs, animals. Understand? 6 legs, sometimes of jivas also. 8 legs also. Understand? With the crabs?
Crabs,
You are walking
On the 10 legs.
Not the crab.
On the legs.
100 legs who has?
Centipede.
Or 1,000 legs.
Huh?
1,000 legs. A millipede.
But we have 3 legs.
Yeah.
So Bali Maharaj think maybe he has no 3 legs. Third one we hear. Then Bali Maharaj asks, okay, Lord, you also manifest your another leg. Another leg coming from where? Then Lord Vaman Dev also manifested its third leg. Where he will put? Then Bali Maharaj thinking, okay, I gave everything. But I did not give this. It will reflect on my Atman Vedan. And Bhakti this also thing. Atman Vedan. Atmani Vedan Tuapade Kori Hoinu Paramo Sukhi Dukha Dule Dure Galo Chinta Na Rohilo Chodike Ananda Dekhi Bhakti Thakur Atman Vedan करते हैं Manasa Deha Geha Joke Chumora Or Duapade Nanda Kishora Manasa Deha Geha in mind, in my house, and which is related with my body also. Everything I am giving to you. That is called Atman. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur composed these words. Manasa deha geha joke chumora or pinu tuapadi nanda kishora. Atman. Bhakti is actually, this is the main thing that Atman is how we offer everything to lotus feet of Krishna. Everything. And what is that? To always think this is everything belongs to Krishna. You have just Harer Dasi Karmana Manasa Gira Nikhilasya Bhavastitana Jivan Mukta Sauchati. Who is called liberated person? Mukta Jiva. How do you know he is Mukta Jiva? He can stay in his house. He can stay with his wife, children. But he is thinking everything belongs to Krishna. This is not Krishna. And he engaged everything to serve to Krishna with his body, mind and spirit. As a Ambarish Maharaj. Ambarish Maharaj, he was not sannyasi, but he was the crowns and jewels of all the sannyasis. He was the king of the whole world. But he offered everything to Krishna. And he served to Krishna. One day I told the Katha, the character of Ambarish Maharaj. Today, morning I also told. 5 categories devotees of Lord. Gyani Bhakta, Suddha Bhakta, Premi Bhakta, Prempar Bhakta and Prematur Bhakta. Gyani Bhakta Prahlad Maharaj. Suddha Bhakta Ambarish Maharaj. The perfect example Ambarish Maharaj. He offered everything. Those are the Nitya Mukta Mahapurush and eternal asset of Krishna. They too. But acting the role as like householder. And he offered it. And servicing all his senses to Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam mentioned this way. So who is called Mukta Purush? How do you know he is Mukta Purush? So this part Bhaktivinoda Thakur put in Jaiva Dharma Granth. What slok? I did say. You right or not? Yaha jassa harer dashe. Right? Tomorrow will ask. Yaha jassa harer dashe karmana manasa gira. One who thinks everything belongs to Krishna. This is not mine. You are just a Hari Das. And he is thinking, I am the servant of Lord Sri Hari. And Karmana Manasa Gira, with his body, mind, speech, he serves Shiva. He is called So saying this. Yaha just Hari Das Karmana Manasa Gira. Nicholas of Bhavastitana Jivan Mukta, so here Jivan Mukta. He is staying in this material world. He is staying with his wife, children. But he is thinking this not belongs to God, belongs to Krishna. As like Srivas Thakur. His son died, but he did not cry. Many katha is there. So this is called the example. Atma, when you offer everything belongs to Krishna, they will think this is not mine. Krishna gave me and Krishna
Take
back.
it.
So what is your problem?
No problem.
Huh?
No problem.
When Krishna give you, that you think, oh, this is mine, this is mine. And when Krishna take back, that will happen.
Quite.
I gave you $5,000 to you. Then I told, after a few months, then okay, return back to me. You return back or not? Yes, it's not mine. One sadhu told, okay, keep this my money. And I am traveling, going here and there. Then after 5 months, 2 months, I return back. Then I take. So that money not belongs to you. That money belongs to sadhu. When sadhu again come back, you return back simple. You cannot do it. But condition also no. If I return back to you, then my account will be empty. Huh? That's saying. If I give to you,
No more interest.
then my account will become empty. And this is not your money. Stupid nonsense. You go to hell.
Storage free.
This is true.
Yes.
Yeah.
And 5 seconds this will be.
Yeah.
And
That is true.
those are mukta vedekana. 5 seconds this is please. Everything belongs to Krishna.
Yeah.
Krishna gave me wife. Krishna gave me children. Krishna gave me brain. Krishna gave everything.
Life, everything.
Eh?
Yeah.
When Krishna will take back what is me? I did not bring anything. I will not
Go
also
with anything.
take
Yeah.
anything. Eh? Understand? This is the process.
Right.
This is the process and how to practice devotion service.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is called anasaktasya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How to detach this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do bhajan and sadhan chant. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Yeah. For this that Kapil Dev told his mother, my mother, always has to be sadhu. So again same sloka. Satang prasangat mama vijo samvido bhavante hit karana rasayana katha tajjosanat asu apavarga vartmani shraddharati bhakti aranukrameswati. If you associate with sadhu, listen Harikatha, then sadhu bhakti, then bhav bhakti, then prema bhakti will come. When prema bhakti will come, at the same time, evam vratasa priya nama kritva dhanurago dututu uchai hasati atho rodoti roti gayanun madhavat nittati lokavajya. This is simple. Sometimes we cry, sometimes rolling on the ground, sometimes laughing, ha 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 ha. Why? Because by Jogmaya, all Krishna's sweet pastimes, Madhur Leela, are going to manifest in your heart. Sometimes meeting Leela and sometimes
Separation.
when meeting Leela coming, then you are very happy. Then you are laughing. And or when separation Leela, then you will cry. Jayati te odikam janmana braja srayat indira shrasa atrayi daita dikchatam dikshuta bhakta vaidita sava twang vichinnate. Gopi, Krishna disappeared from the Raj dance. This lila automatically not imitate. And automatically spontaneous manifest in your heart. Then you cry and the same mood of Brahma. You cry. Govinda Damo Dharma Davedi Govinda Damo Dharma Davedi Govinda Damo Dharma Davedi Govinda Damo Dharma this Parishan Mulkan. And same Braj Govinda. Or meeting Lila, how Krishna meeting with the gopis. And performing sweet last dance with the gopis, dancing, singing. Radha nache, Krishna nache, nache gopi. Man mera bani gaye re sati, pavan vrindavan. Radha nache, Krishna nache, nache gopi. Man mera bani gaye re sati, pavan vrindavan. Lalita nache, Pitaka nache, nache gopi. Lalita nache, Pitaka nache, nache gopi. Your heart will wonder how Radha and Krishna, Gopija, dancing, they will wonder. I am saying this is the symptom of prema dasa. Evam vrato sapra nama kritva jatanu rago dutrichitto uchoi hasati atho rodoti roti gano unmadava nityati lokavaya. Unmad is as like mad. He does not look left and right. Who is laughing or who is joking, who is throwing the dust, but he absorbed as like Sukadeva Goswami. Vrindavan Vihari Lal. Actually, this is called Satang Prasangat Mama Vijju Samvido Bhavanti Hit Karna Rasayana Katha Tajusana Asu Apavarga Bhartmani Shraddharuti Bhakti Ronuk Pravishya. This is the final instruction of Kapildev. Kapildev told my mother always associate sadhu. Sadhu Sangha and listen sweet pastimes of Govinda, Govinda Lila Kathamritam. Follow Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But first you start your bhakti from her Upadesamrita, not Rasrila. Be careful, Vajo Vegam, Manasa, Krodha Vegam, Diya Vegam, Udara Pasta Vegam, Etan Vegam, Juvishate Dira, Sarvam Piman Pradhivi, Sasya. And coming here, Radha Kunda, and Upadesamrita. You have to read every day. Which Grantha? The nectar instruction. Upadesamritam, composed by who? Rupa Goswami. Upadesamrita, Manasiksha, Sikshastra. Then Chaivadhyana. This is actual process. And step by step. Then coming all Siddhanta Granthas, Madhurya Kadambini Granthas, then Bhajan Rasa Grantha, and Gurudev many books. Pardon?
The last one is good.
Raspanchana.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Richard Tree.
Oh,
She didn't translate. She had some devotees translate. And then she edited. They translate into English. She did the editing and then published it. Because Gurudev did it in Hindi. It was not in English. So we had to translate it from Gurudev's Hindi to English.
Transcribe.
Translate.
Good Preman.
Haribol.
Understand? Which Grantha will read first?
Manashiksha.
Upadesam, Manasiksha, Sikshastra. Jaivadharma. Then you go step. Everybody have to learn three books first. Bodhisamrita, Manasiksha and Siksha.
And then all of your books.
Huh?
And then all of your books.
Yeah, Jewels of the Heart you can read. All the, huh? And also what is called? Brahmar Geet also. The song with the bamboo Brahmar. Huh? Good Maharaj ki What is your son's name? Nishingadev Prabhu ki Jai. Nishinga Jai Jai Prahlad Jai Jai Nishinga Jai Jai Prahlad Jai Jai Nishinga Jai Jai Prahlad Jai Jai Nishinga Jai Jai
Same voice, same everything.
Same tune, same analogy. I don't know if you have one here.
In the freezer.